Hey, cousins. Listen, I know we still reeling over this whole SmackDown with the big three, because that's what's important over here. The big three is important over here on Wrestling Color. John Cena and all that's cute. The big three. Mother Bone is doing what she could do to generate some interest, but the big three is what's important over here. So let's just be clear on that. And I will be diving into the big three. We got a long way, not so long, but a long way to WrestleMania, and we got to get these conversations going so we can speculate and have a good time. In the meantime, I went on over and spoke to and listened to Leah Vandale speaking her truth on the Barely Famous podcast hosted by Kale Laurie. Listen, Kale is legendary in these MTV streets. If you don't know about Kale, you need to go ahead and Google. Kale Pussy is legendary. Do you hear me? This bitch kept a dude and kept a baby. And I had no idea she had 7 fucking kids now. But that's a whole nother conversation for a different day. I'm really it's kind of interesting that she is on this particular podcast with this particular girl. But apparently Becky Lynch was on this podcast too. So whatever the case may be. Very blunt interview, very straight to the point. Got you the information what you needed, and we're gonna discuss that real quick. We're gonna discuss it real quick over here on Wrestling Color Podcast. I did a curious case on Carmella, and I was speculating that when she comes back, they need to go ahead and put her right back with Chelsea Green. Let them two get mixing it up. Let's get Piper Niven moving where she needs to go, because we need another heavy, big body on the roster doing things, not just for with just Naya. And I said she will also be good doing like a lifestyles thing if she doesn't come back or whatever the case may be. So some of the stuff that I speculated was true. She does have a lifestyles situation called Snatch.co. And essentially what Snatch.co is, it is a website dedicated to women, revolutionizing the way women approach intimate and challenging topics, from sex and fertility to pregnancy and motherhood. Nothing is off limits, okay? She's talking about sex very honestly. She's talking about fertility, pregnancy, postpartum, and motherhood, okay? No holding back. You subscribe to Snatch. You get a chat community. You get access to expert insights, exclusive discounts, and a community of like-minded ladies to support each other. Carmella experienced a lot of fertility issues. She shared that on her YouTube. She also experienced a pregnancy injury, which I think she may have confused that with where she thinks she's supposed to be in the WWE. So I'm about to tell y'all why Carmella got her contract not renewed. I'm about to tell y'all. And maybe Leah might be in denial about this, but this is the truth of the matter, making an educated guess, a educated assumption. Leah Vandale experienced a birth injury. So because the way they position you when you give birth, you are open to multiple injuries. Okay. No, she cannot sue the hospital. That came up because they make you sign all kind of liability paperwork before you even lay in the bed, so they can absolve themselves from suing, because you're basically saying you all are doctors and I'm trusting you not to fuck me up. So she got some type of nerve damage because of the positioning of her legs, and that nerve damage caused something called foot drop, which I discussed before. Essentially, she could not hold her foot up. And what we would do when I went to nursing school is you would put a board or a pillow to the foot and hold it up. That way it doesn't just lay flat. If you rest your foot, and it goes way far. Hard to describe. That is why her contract wasn't renewed. She has a long-term injury. She is still in recovery. She doesn't really have a timetable for that recovery. And WWE, what do y'all tell us? If you're not making money for us or making money, then you are of no service. And that is the WWE motto. She is at home recovering. They gave her 2 full years no money making. She's not contributing anything to the product. That is why they let her go. Now she's on this podcast. She's acting. I'm not going to say she acting. She sounds very confused. She sounds very let down. But I think there's some denial going on there. Okay. Um, she's been with WWE for 12 long years, started in NXT, moved up. They gave Carmella various points of revamping her character. She Money in the Bank winner. She won the championships. She was in storyline. She was all over our TV for years. Carmella was rarely not seen. Okay, unless it was an injury. And when she came back, we was happy to see her. When she was leaving, when she left when she got pregnant and left, she was going to be paired with Chelsea Green, and she got pregnant and she left, and here we are now. Okay, and then we got Chelsea with Piper Niven, and that's the story. She was going to be at WrestleMania. They was going to do the whole tag team spiel. Everything was set for Leah Van Dam, but she wanted to have a child. She was losing children in the process of trying to get pregnant with Corey Graves. She finally hit the gold mine. She said, fuck it, I'm about to lay down and take this and get this baby cooking and out healthy. Okay? My issue with this is, don't wait until some shit happens to you for you to want to advocate for other people. This is something that what is her name? Zelina Vega did. When Zelina Vega got mad, she got fired, she got upset, and she started calling for a union. She was very disingenuous. Now that we hindsight is 2020. She just was doing that because she was upset with WWE. This is where Carmella is at. Now she wants to advocate for women in the WWE or in the profession to get some type of help with their children if they decide that they want children and still be wrestlers. She feels like you should not have to choose between your job and motherhood. Well, guess what? This is the nature of the beast. This is what men have created, and they have excluded women, people of color, black people, Native Americans, and anyone who is in a white male have been excluded from being a part of the process of making things comfortable for everybody to have good experiences in the workplace and in society as a whole. And that's just the fucking fact of the matter. Now, you could be there talking about, here she go, here she go. Yes, here the fuck I go, because this is just what it is. Okay? Trad wives and all this shit is very popular. It's even being pushed by your vice president. We demonize the women who are single, who don't want children. You call them cat ladies and spinsters. And the men never have to answer to nothing. You're supposed to be supportive. You give the woman a baby, be supportive. She claims Corey Graves is supportive, but he also has to go to work. And at the rate that these two are going, he's not going to be working long anyway, because WWE is very fucking petty. We all know that, okay? Couple of comments on this Spotify. Let's see them. First one. For all the people that are saying she's playing victim, she's not. She's simply saying she doesn't know why she was released or her contract was not renewed. She's not sure if it's because of her being pregnant or if it's because of how she did as a wrestler, especially when her husband still has a job, but she doesn't. That's all she's saying. She's not playing victim. It's just being confused. I agree. She's not she is victimizing herself a little bit. I do think there is some denial, but she's just trying to figure out, like anybody would. You fired me abruptly. She said she just got an email and a phone call. They said we're not renewing contract, hung up. Them two was on a date. Like, you do stuff like that, people are reeling. She was speculating. She's human. Next comment, I'm sorry, but I can't get behind playing a victim just because you're a woman. And that's fine, Brooke. You're a woman. And this is also the issue why women are hindered, because you have women like Brooke. I can't get behind playing the victim just because you're a woman. So if something happens to Brooke that's catastrophic, Brooke will see the statement that she made differently. Just like Carmella is experiencing something catastrophic, and now she sees it differently because it's affecting her. Next comment. Wow, what an interview. You're going strength, you strength. Strength to strength. It's sad in these times women have to have babies or still getting penalties for wanting to become mothers. And you know what? It's wrestling. If you want to be a mom, get ready to take about a year off, do your thing, and come back. Listen, Carmella wasn't high on the food chain, okay? Becky has a bus. I'm assuming I'm going to assume that Alexa Bliss may have a bus. Okay? We know uh Cody Rhodes has his bus and his family travels with him. I would comfortably assume, okay? These people are high on the food chain. They're making money to have these type of things that they have to pay for out their pocket. Carmella is not. So when she goes on the road, she has to leave her kids somewhere unless you're going to bring the nanny with you. This costs money, okay? She would like WWE to provide some type of support for women that want to do that on the roster or in the profession. Will that happen? Absolutely the fuck not. Another one. Love you, Leah. She's the best. We all miss her so much. Yes, she was a good time. She did her job well. It's unfortunate. I think it's important for us to advocate before something catastrophic happens. I cannot state that enough. You don't have to have cancer to advocate for cancer patients. You don't have to have AIDS to advocate for AIDS patients. You don't have to cry because something just happened to you. You have to learn to empathize with other people, and this is how you move forward and progress with society. But our society is rooted in rugged individualism. And this is why people can look and say, you know what? I don't give a fuck what them people going through. I'm doing fine. Until, what's the new term? The old term. You fuck around and you find out. And then you're like, help, help, help. Somebody help me. I'm experiencing something. And somebody turns who's already experienced it and say, bitch, I told you so. Fuck what you talking about. Baron Corbin had the same revelation. I've been with the companies for so long, I thought I was going to be a lifer. No. These companies do not give a fuck about you. If you ain't making the money, you are of no value. And Leah Vandale, this is what you are experiencing right now, being let go from the WWE. So I will leave it here. The clip that's going around, she said did they fire me because I'm a woman? Am I pregnant or whatever? She is having a natural visceral reaction to something that abruptly happened that was a part of her life for a very long time. It's almost as if, and it's not almost, she is in mourning. I have clients who I work with 1 year, 2 years. This is all they know. Come to the program, do your thing. I work with you. I'm here to support you. You are essentially held up until it's time to go. And a lot of times the clients tend to spiral out because they are mourning a loss that is coming. She is in mourning. And in order for you to relate and understand, you have to empathize with Carmella the same way you empathize with Baron Corbin, the same way you empathize with Sonya Deville, the same way you're going to empathize with Meech and Mia Yim when they fire her ass. You have to give her space to mourn. Okay, I think Leah Vandale has a lot of value, especially in this new place where she's at. She want to advocate, be an advocate. Women need other women to support them, especially if they're in a time where their marriage isn't working. They are a single mom in a marriage. They are a single mother, period. They may be new young mothers. They can go to her website, snatch.co, and have that community. It's no different than the community we have here at Wrestling in Color. We talk about wrestling. We talk about all kinds of stuff. But maybe one of you all could say, you know what? I'm going through something and I know Stephanie's a therapist. Let me shoot her an email. Yes, I'm willing to offer you support. And I don't know none of you personally. This is what is called a para relationship, right? We're cousins, right? Play cousins. Cousins nonetheless. So I just want people to give her the space to mourn the loss of her job. And now, what is she going to do next? I support Leah Vandale. I like Carmella. She gave something unique to the product. And I do agree with her that they didn't have to drop her like a bad fucking habit. But this is all jobs. And the funny thing is, and this is why I like this new generation, Gen Z, y'all don't give a fuck. And I love it. Because when I was y'all age, my 20s and my late all my 20s and my late teens, 19s, I would take a job. I don't like what's going on. I'm quitting that motherfucker. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. You understand? If these people ain't giving you what you need, I don't give a fuck. These people leave. 2-week notice is a courtesy. It is not required. That is what I was taught, my age, and people my age, we were taught all kinds of just de facto rules. And as you get older, you realize I don't got to do this shit because if the job want to quit you, want to cut you, they cut you the same fucking day. Some jobs are so fucked up, they'll have you work and fire you at 3 o'clock at the end of the shift. Okay? When I left my last job, I have no desire to go back to. I did not give 2 weeks. I quit that motherfucker. Took on vacation. Took all my vacation. I am done. Had my other job lined up. And here we are. Please put yourself first. Always have a plan B. Always have a plan B. And a support system. Carmella has a support system. Now she's working on her plan B. That is what's going on with Carmella. I think everybody need to hop up off this woman. Let her mourn. Let her go through the motions. She's going through her stages of grief. She will come out on the other side. That's all I got. I ain't got no more. Y'all get in the comments if you made it this far.